So, all right, everyone, we are live here on stream. Our guest today is Footy King.
Here
How
we
are you,
go.
my man?
Hello, guys. Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. Hope you're the same.
Yeah, doing well, man. Your name is Jack, right? That's your real
Yeah,
name?
yeah,
Jack Mack. Is
Jack.
that
Yeah,
what people call you?
yeah. That's I've been called that for a while, even through football and stuff. That's what it. Yeah, that's what I get called. So
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Okay. Well, first off, how's the stream life? How's FIFA gameplay right now?
I mean, I'd nearly say they're two different things at the minute. My streaming's going so well, but then I don't know.
Okay.
The FIFA is just. I mean, stream as for streaming, it's been. I mean, ever since I started, back it was. I think it was near a year ago now. From
Okay.
back really when the first lockdown came out.
Mm.
Been amazing. Really has. The community I've built on the channel has been amazing. I never thought. I mean, I did YouTube back a few years ago. Then I was only about 15, 16 then. Had to kind of prioritize like schoolwork and stuff. So I stopped for a good number of times. And to be honest, I don't even think the only positive lockdown for me was this YouTube thing, and it's really took off, and it's been good. But regards to FIFA, it's I just find I don't know. I mean, everyone knows with FIFA, there's always kind of you've always got the kind of you can always get angry with FIFA. Let's just say that it's always a frustrating game. But I feel like this FIFA's been for me anyway, in my opinion, it's been the worst one I've seen in years. I just don't like the whole gameplay of it. I don't mind. I don't even mind there being just there's always that kind of random element of it, and people get frustrated and stuff. But I just and that's not really me anyway. I don't really get frustrated with a lot of games, but I just find this FIFA just it's the gameplay. I don't know. I don't know about the gameplay. It's just to me, it doesn't replicate real football. But I mean, that's only my opinion, anyways.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so we'll
Yeah,
break down on those two areas, but first off, I
yeah,
wanted to talk about your streaming because you're one of the few guys that I know that streams on YouTube.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, that's pretty interesting. Like maybe you can compare like between Twitch and YouTube the differences as a streamer or as a viewer. Maybe you could
Yeah,
share a little bit of that.
yeah. Well, thing is with me, I mean, as I say, I started back obviously YouTube back last March or April time, and I started with videos. So there were only videos up the channel, and then it was really about whether I wanted to stream. I always wanted to stream because I remember doing one or two streams a few years ago. Really enjoyed like the live interaction with people because that's obviously a big part of it. And then it was just whether or not I was going to do it on YouTube or Twitch. And I've had a lot of people say, like, why aren't you doing it on Twitch? Because like I've built like such a great following on YouTube. Is I could nearly be people would think, why not just like, get that all over the Twitch and start building something on there. But for me, I don't know. I don't know why I suppose I can't really say because I've never really give Twitch a really good go. It's always been for me YouTube and and the thing is, I watch a lot of Twitch streamers. Obviously, I obviously watch yours. I watch like a lot of other streamers, small streamers. For me though, I don't know. I've just built this following YouTube now. The plan is to stick with it. Usually what I do, the plan of my channel, I usually have like the weekends for streaming. So whether that's maybe I do like a Friday and a Sunday for a stream, and then during the week I'll maybe have one or two videos up. That's like the plan, and that's what my like viewers know. So that's why I run with that. But in the future, I mean, loads of my followers have been saying about maybe moving into Twitch in the future, and I wouldn't say no to it. But at the minute, I'm happy on YouTube.
Okay.
So
Do you get a lot of people coming through on YouTube? A lot of
there's
viewers?
there is a lot. Yeah, I don't know what it is because I don't like. I say like I don't know. I can't remember how many I get on average, but I know my video views are somewhere between the 150 200 range for
Okay.
views per video.
Okay.
And in terms of like I think they're called concurrent viewers, aren't they? Like on the number of live watchers. Probably somewhere between 15 and 20 for a live stream. Never really drops below 10, which
Oh,
which is
okay.
good.
Okay.
So it's obviously when I started it was only probably about 5 to 10, but then obviously as it grew, it's now between I'd say my average is about 15. So that's where it usually is around live
Okay.
watching.
Okay.
So
Um,
yeah.
yeah, those are pretty good numbers. Besides you, do you know any other YouTube FIFA streamers that are maybe on pretty big, pretty well known?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, I always, it's funny because I always look at the end of my streams to kind of raid people, whenever you like kind of, obviously I think it's more popular on Twitch to do it, but because obviously you can send directly to the channel. Whereas on YouTube, you just kind of have to put a link and then kind of hope that people go over.
Hmm.
But there is. I mean, I've built a few like relationships with a few streamers on YouTube. Some that are bigger than me, some that are even smaller than me. But in terms of subscribers. But the thing is, with YouTube, some people have like maybe only maybe 200, 300 subscribers, but they still might get a good views in their videos, which is kind of what it's all about, I suppose. So there is a number of good people I've met on YouTube, definitely, and it's kind of like a community I've got into. Like I've maybe me and another 6, 7 people on YouTube. They kind of all support each other, and maybe drop each other raids every so often as well. So it's kind of all that kind of community of viewers watching us 7 kind of streamers. So
Hmm.
it's good, yeah.
What do you see any differences between YouTube streaming and Twitch streaming that maybe you could share?
Yeah, well, thing is, I think one of the big things about YouTube, I think it's a limitation of it. To be fair, it's not great. Is the whole like music aspect of. I've always wanted to play like because I do on my YouTube stream to do song requests, but the problem is I can't let like it's song requests kind of limited because if someone requests obviously a copyright song, I can't play it. Now I'm not completely sure. Like I'd be lying if I said like I completely know all the copyright like rules and stuff with Twitch. I know from what I've heard, I think Twitch is a bit more lenient on like copyright in terms of because I've seen some big streamers they've got like they're playing like you know popular songs that I would think that were copyright, but I don't know what way that works. But yeah, that's one of the limitations. But yeah, I find YouTube compared to Twitch though for me, I find it an easier way to grow simply because I know maybe not from videos, but from streams, I find that a lot of people come into my channel on streams in the live chat, and I've never seen them before. And I feel like I've learned about it over the last few months. Of there's these things called YouTube like live. So every stream I do, I put FIFA 21 live in my title. So that kind of is like a key word that a lot of people type. So it kind of reaches out to like a brand new audience of people. So that's what I find on YouTube is like a really really good way to grow like through streaming because if I've already got like maybe 10, 15 people already in my stream, the chances are YouTube will push that out to some other people.
Hmm.
Whereas on Twitch, whilst I'm not completely sure on this, I don't know what way it works in terms of viewing numbers. I from what I've seen, I think like if I was on Twitch, if I had like 10, 15 viewers, I'd be like way down. If I was to search like FIFA 21, whereas in YouTube, since there's not as many streamers that do YouTube compared to Twitch, if you search FIFA 21 live, there's a good chance that if I'm streaming, I might be, on that first page of searches. So that's a positive I would say of YouTube.
Mm,
But
that's a good point. Um, but yeah, in terms of the music, I know for Twitch, it's like they do have like copyright stuff that they do
yeah,
implement,
yeah,
but it's not as strict. Like I
yeah,
know if I
yeah,
play popular music, my past video stream, they'll mute that audio, like
yeah,
certain
yeah,
sections, right? And then sometimes I even heard like they'll even take down videos like completely
yeah,
for
yeah,
some streamers. So when I heard
yeah.
that, I actually just started playing like just like non-copyrighted music.
Yeah, I mean that's to be fair. That's what I usually do now. I have just a playlist that I've got on like the Nightbot thing, so I
Uh-huh.
just run it every stream, and then it'll just play. And then anytime there is a song request, it'll add it to the queue, but I'll always see what it is. So if it's anything that I know will get copyright, I'll just delete it.
Gotcha.
And obviously you'll get the troll song requests as well, which are a feature on my channel. Like loads of my viewers just decide to play like random songs,
Yeah,
just random songs I've never heard of. So you'll get that as well. But yeah,
right.
there's that.
Yeah, and if you want to get like monetized on YouTube, then you really
Yeah,
like can't play like
yeah,
any
that's it.
music. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so yeah, that's interesting sharing your thoughts on the differences. And then you're talking about the gameplay. What part of the gameplay do you not like for 21?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I feel like, as I said earlier, like it's like FIFA's always got that. Like everyone accepts, like FIFA's always got. It's a game at the end of the day, so everyone knows it's going to be like that. You've always got that things that you can't control. You might get like really unlucky, random bounces, etc. But I think the only reason I don't like this FIFA as much as other FIFAs is because I feel like this FIFA, like every other year, I've played FIFA like all year. So I've like played champs, and this is even without streaming it. So obviously without doing YouTube and all, I've always done like champs most weekends. division rivals or whatever mode there was in it, and played it, and just it was generally I found it actually quite fun, even though yes, of course I'll rage at times when you get annoyed with the game, but generally it's not too bad. This FIFA, I don't know, I feel like the start of the game was really promising. Like I'm like a lot of FIFAs. I find then that obviously that the game always puts like a few patches in the first like couple of months, and then everyone kind of just goes like, "There's no reason for a patch," and then EA change it for no reason, and it gets worse. But that happens every FIFA. That's not really the reason, but it's mainly just the gameplay. As I said earlier, I just feel like it's like I find it's so arcadey based and so much. Every FIFA there's mechanics that are very like powerful, and like, obviously you can get an advantage, but this FIFA, I don't know. There's all these things like that bridge skill move. I don't know whether you've seen it. The one where like they just it's like a really heavy like touch. They
Mm-hmm.
just glitches them through.
Mm-hmm.
That things like that. It's just, and then obviously my team as well. Like it's just I don't know. My team's fallen away as well, so that's probably not giving me much of an advantage in foot champs and stuff. But yeah, it's just it's the whole. I don't know. It's the gameplay this year for me. I don't know what it's just something about it I don't like. And as I say, it's a bit like too arcadey for what I like. But as I say,
Mm-hmm.
that's only my opinion.
Gotcha. So you see people using that bridge move a lot? Is that what you're
I
saying?
see, yeah, that, and there's a few other ones I can't think of them off the top of my head. Like, because obviously, like you use skill moves in FIFA, that's fine. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I just find that one is just defending is just impossible because you can't read it. It just glitches your defender out of the way, and then you're just yeah. It happens to me quite a lot anyway.
Mm.
But yeah, it's annoying. But
You
yeah,
know, yeah, you know that bridge move? I saw it a lot more earlier in
yeah,
FIFA.
yeah,
And then what I notice more now is people just use the sprint and the the
yeah,
left analog. They
yeah,
just
yeah.
sprint forward now instead of really bridging.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
I
mean,
started
I
using
haven't
that
seen it in a
too.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So they just like
It's
blow
effective.
past your defenders with all those
It's
pasty
just
guys.
yeah. Like what is it? What do you do about it? It's just
Yeah.
yeah. It
So,
definitely was more of an earlier FIFA thing, but I think because I think EA did along that skill move, and then there was an also I think it might have been the I can't remember. There's another skill move that EA basically tried to patch, like to put a patch in to kind of reduce the effectiveness of it. I don't know how effective that was. I don't know what the skill moves like now because actually recently on FIFA I've just been doing. Obviously, I've had the view like my channel over the last month because I haven't been on the game as like I'll not lie, I haven't been on the game as much in the last
mhm,
month just due to not really enjoying the gameplay. But what I've done for the streams, I've done like pro clubs,
mhm,
so I've ran that with like viewers and stuff, and then to be fair, a lot of my content's actually been a lot viewer related because then I've had all the recent videos I've had like like the icon packs I did last night. I had was there Future Stars out? I think there was one party bag packs. They were all like viewers packs that I was just kind of obviously the viewers are supplying the content and I was literally not doing anything. So
mhm.
that's what I've been doing recently for videos. But yeah, because I haven't been on the game as much.
Okay. Did you get any
Yeah.
good polls?
There was a
Any
few,
good?
yeah. There was a few. If anyone's watching, you can check out there was a push gas pack last night. My one of my viewers
Oh,
got it. So
okay. That's a big
94
one.
prime push gas. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, that's some good content
So
right there. Pulling
yeah.
Puskas. Yeah,
hmm
yeah. What'd you get from your Prime icon? Did you do that one?
I didn't do the prime. The new prime. I think they came out last Sunday, Monday was it? I think that SBC came out, but I haven't done it because
Okay.
literally my club is just literally I have no fodder at all.
Okay, okay.
I probably just due to me not playing the game, I suppose. But
Uh-huh.
um, yeah, that was that. But yeah, it's been. It's. I think I did the icon pack. Was it the mid one I did? I think it was the mid one.
Okay.
I did it live on stream about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the Inzaghi. So basically,
Okay.
what I did was I obviously live on stream, and then I just basically turned my monitor off,
Mm-hmm.
so I couldn't see the screen. So opened the icon pack, turned the monitor off, basically froze the stream because I always have the stream open just check that it's not lagging and stuff. So had it paused, but had the chat like still continuing. So all my viewers were letting me know what I'd got. So obviously there was like troll comments thinking I had like Eusebio and stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's other ones like Inzaghi, and I just thought I didn't think it was anything to be fair. I thought, well, the chat are just gonna say Inzaghi because he's like the stereotypical poor icon you don't want.
Right.
And then I doubt I've got Eusebio because obviously he's just insane, isn't he? So I
Uh-huh.
thought it was somewhere in the middle, but it turned out that it wasn't Inzaghi. He was 87 Inzaghi. So that'll be the last icon pack I do this year anyway.
Are you using him in your squad, by the way?
No, mate.
He's
No,
not.
not a chance, mate.
Is
Not a
he even in
chance.
your squad?
Not a chance, mate. He's not going anywhere near. I think what I've done with him. I think if he's not in my club at the minute, actually he might be in my club at the minute. But if I think for some reason I remember putting him into that, was it the party bag SBC? I think the
Oh,
one of my
okay.
recent videos. I put him into the SBC for that, so he was
Oh,
decent for that because
okay.
he got the links obviously because he's an icon. So yeah,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, yeah. So bad, so bad.
Yeah.
But it
So,
made the stream funny, so
okay, okay.
yeah. So
Okay. What are your thoughts on what was happening with EA and FIFA? I know there's a lot of craziness that happened. If
yeah,
you,
there's
if
been
you
a
kept up with the EA
yeah,
news,
there's been a yeah. You talking about the icons and stuff, or
the icons,
yeah?
the black market, there is also packs being given out to random people.
Yeah, I heard about what was that about? I heard that. Was it like I heard something about bronze and silver packs, or was it gold packs you're not able to buy with coins or something? I heard about that.
I don't know. I think
But
random people just got really good packs. They got free
yeah,
packs that they could
seriously, I
just
didn't actually hear
open.
about that
Yeah.
because I knew about the black market, and then I just yeah, it's just it's I don't know. Was it an EA employee or something was selling icons for cash?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like real
Uh-huh.
money?
Yeah, I heard about.
Yeah, like you can't
Yep.
be doing that.
There's
You
that.
can't be doing that.
And then some people were getting like free like the Messi card, the one on the SBC. Which one is that?
Yeah. Is it the
Yeah.
96 rated? I think he
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Player of the
getting
month.
those. And then yeah, I forgot the other one. There's another third thing that was going on with EA, but I totally forgot. But those were
Yeah.
big ones,
But
yeah.
yeah.
The
No,
icon
it's been
selling
crazy.
and the giving out free packs to everybody. Or not everyone,
Yeah.
but some people got it. Some people got lucky.
Yeah. No, it's been crazy. It really has. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to like stick up for you in a situation like that. Like, why are they having an employee selling an icon for real money? Like, it just doesn't. Like, they were just going. So for me or you go and buy an icon, if that say we were going to do that, that means that we'll go and buy. I mean, I don't know who would do this anyway, but why would you pay like 1,000, 2,000 pounds for an in-game card? But if you were to do that, I think what they do is they go onto your account and just put the card in your club. Is that? I think that's the only way. There's no
Yeah.
way you can buy it for coins or something, can you? No, you don't. You don't buy it for coins. You just because they wouldn't be able to list it up for cheap. So, yeah, real coins it must be, or real cash even. But yeah, I don't know. It's an embarrassing for them though, because it doesn't look good at all, and their company does it.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's just like I guess yeah, they do like just put the card in your account, that employee,
Yeah,
whoever he is. But
yeah,
apparently
yeah.
that employee was about to get the axe. He was about to
he's
get
definitely got
fired
it. He's
and he
definitely
just
got it
went he
now.
just went all out at the end, just
Oh,
trying to
he's
get
definitely got it
paid.
now anyway.
Yeah, and then you got the people with a lot of money being able to pay for
Yeah,
those icons.
it's crazy. I seen was it R9 Ronaldo at 97's prime icon moments was a few £1,000
Yeah,
to buy.
yeah,
Like that is
yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. But yeah, I also heard like some content creators talking about what EA's been doing, and I guess they just been really disappointed with the way they handled it and their response,
Yeah,
yeah, on
yeah,
the whole
definitely.
situation.
Yeah, no, there's definitely been a lot of people coming out. I've seen a lot of big content creators putting, well, videos on YouTube, but also on Twitter and stuff as well. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of going on with EA at the minute. Be interested to see what they do though. I mean, would they not? I don't know. I can't say this because I don't know what the full story was. But were they not? I think I heard something on Twitter. They were saying that they came out and were nearly blaming the people for buying the card rather than the employee selling them.
Mm.
So it was nearly
Mm.
like it's inside in company there. That's their problem, not really anyone that
Mm-hmm.
buys it. Not that I would recommend buying it anyway, but it's not a good look on the company, definitely.
Mm. Do you spend FIFA points for your account, or are you Road to Glory?
Well, usually what I do because I get this question quite a lot on my
Uh-huh.
streams and stuff because yeah, it's usually what I do is I mean this FIFA I haven't spent anything. Previous FIFAs, what I've done is put like maybe 2.2k FIFA points on. So like I think it's the
Okay.
15.99 bundle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on at the start and usually do drafts like the first week because they're
Okay.
quite effective for like even if you get to like the third round, you might get like a bit, a good pack. And then obviously at the start of FIFA in the first month or so, players are going for like quite a lot.
Right.
Even your normal standard like Premier League players.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do to make coins then. usually on FIFA. The first like the last few years I've done that, and that's usually the only money I put on the game all year. So I put like
Mm-hmm.
2.2 thousand on the first day. This FIFA though, I haven't. I haven't put any on at the start of the year, and then obviously it's tough. You see, whenever as a content creator, whenever you don't put any money on, because like around Team of the Year time, it was a lot like it was difficult getting viewers in the streams whenever like all around YouTube you just look, there's packs, and then you're sitting with me sitting on probably, I don't know, probably just playing foot champs to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
And then whilst I still get my like core viewership in,
Mm-hmm.
it's there's so many people opening packs, and that's where like the main content for FIFA is. So everyone just wants packs to be
Mm-hmm.
opened. So that's probably where all the viewers go, which is understandable. Like, but it's just a difficult thing because obviously if I'm not, I've said this year like because around that time like all my viewers saying like you want to put FIFA points on, you put FIFA points on for the content, even just like 2.2k, and I'm just like I haven't done it all year. I'm not gonna start now even for Team of the Year because I've done like a Road to Glory all year, and I'm not enjoying the game for one to put money on it. So
Mm-hmm.
there's no point. So that's the way I've stood in it. But yeah.
Mm. What is your favorite game mode of FIFA? Is it Ultimate Team or is it Pro Clubs?
It's I'd say at the minute it's pro clubs. I'd say at the minute it's
Okay,
pro
okay,
clubs.
okay.
It's crazy because I didn't. I mean, Ultimate Team. I'd say at the start. If you asked me this at the start of this year, I'd probably say Ultimate Team. But because the whole idea of Ultimate Team is good. It's just like there's so many things in it that just don't make it. It can kind of make it a bit toxic. Whether that's like people putting loads of 8 points on and having like ridiculous teams, and then you've no chance, or
Mm-hmm.
whether, as I said earlier, it's like the gameplay and stuff sometimes. But definitely for me at the minute, pro clubs. But I've only started pro clubs again because I haven't done it like I think I did an episode of it last Sunday, I think, on stream, which was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I hadn't done it in like 2 or 3 months because
Okay.
I was just focusing on like for Ultimate Team. But I just thought because I hadn't even last Sunday's stream, I hadn't even planned to do pro clubs, and then midway through, once I opened a few packs or whatever and done a few objectives or whatever, the viewers wanted to do pro clubs, so I just thought, why not roll with it, and then so that's why I'm gonna focus on doing it a bit more of it for some content in the future as well.
Gotcha. How many people you got in your pro clubs in your team usually?
Well, I think at the minute there's like 21 members, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a good lot. Obviously, there's only maybe online at a time. There's maybe about 10 or 11. We usually do have enough for a full squad though, which is good.
Oh, okay.
Um, so that because that's what makes pro clubs like as fun as it can be. So the more people you have, so yeah, we usually do a full squad. It's obviously just trying to get everyone like like you want to get everyone's happy to be striker or on the wing, but no one wants
Mm-hmm.
to be in the back. So
All right.
usually I'll sit centre back with someone, and then with a goalkeeper, and then I think we just need two full backs now. To be fair, we need a left back and right back because we've 21 members, but I think like nobody's a right back or left back. So yeah, if you're watching, you can join our pro clubs.
Um, do you have a guy at goalkeeper?
Yeah,
Is it
we got a
manual?
guy. Yeah, he's actually got a goalkeeper because I remember asking him. Yeah, I remember asking him. Is your guy actually? Because the way you can get like because my guy's like a cam in game, but I've used him at like centre back before,
Uh-huh.
so I've like the cam build. But this, yeah, he actually does have a goalkeeper build, which is good. But there's not
Okay.
many, which is we're lucky to have one. So
Like
yeah,
someone actually manually uses a goalkeeper.
yeah, yeah. They're players like it's like a goalkeeper build, yeah, which is good. It's needed. You don't want to be playing just like a striker in goal because he'll just mess up everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so interesting. It's like, but there's not much you could do as a goalkeeper, right?
yeah, exactly.
Unless like rushing in
You
or
can,
just moving him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I suppose if you play, I mean, I suppose some people would do in pro clubs like you maybe if you play football in real life, you might play that position in pro clubs. That might be
Mm-hmm.
an idea for some people,
Mm.
But yeah, that might be it. But yeah,
But it seems interesting. Like I think Ultimate Team has to be the most popular game mode, right?
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
Definitely
but
say so.
pro clubs, it's not as popular, and I don't know if people really compete for like tournaments and
No,
stuff for pro clubs. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's leagues set up that some people do.
Okay.
I think there's leagues set up. People like maybe have it in, like maybe put like a cash prize in, and some people run those. But they're more like really like pro level feature players that play in those. So not for the average player in pro clubs. There's not as much attention. It's a bit like a lot of modes of the EA. To be fair, I mean, they know their main money making mode is Ultimate Team. So I suppose that's where they put the most focus. And
Mm-hmm.
other modes like like career mode or obviously pro clubs and stuff, they don't get as much attention, I don't think. But
Uh-huh.
yeah.
In terms of playing like Ultimate Team and pro clubs, like what's the difference in the style of play, like with your gameplay and you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think with pro clubs, I the gameplay isn't that much different, to be honest. I think it's similar, but I think it's just obviously I find it more fun because I'm doing it with like viewers and stuff. So it's more fun. I don't know, but the gameplay in general, I know sometimes there's maybe a wee slight differences because I think between all modes in FIFA, there's maybe slight differences. I always find when I play foot draft in Ultimate Team, it's always I find it always like a quicker mode, like quicker actual wee bit quicker gameplay than like maybe Division Rivals or Foot Champs. I don't know whether that's because maybe in draft the way you get all like the big players and you're probably like they're all like solid, it's all around good stats. But yeah, I always find foot drafts quite quick. Pro clubs, I would say, is a bit slower gameplay than Ultimate Team. So
Okay.
it's nearly yeah, so it's nearly like foot drafts here. Then you've got like champs and rivals, and then you've got pro clubs and probably like co-op seasons and all those modes are a bit slower.
Uh-huh.
But it maybe only feels slower because the way it's kind of obviously pro clubs is like communication and all with different
Right.
like when I'm doing it with viewers and stuff. So it might just seem slow because of that. But yeah,
It would be crazy, right? If you got 11 people like in the party, everybody's all
yeah,
talking.
yeah. I mean,
That
usually what I do is I
uh-huh.
usually don't because it's just because of streaming. So if I'm streaming, it might be an echo
Oh,
in
okay.
the. That's why I don't do it. But sometimes I do it. Sometimes I do it. If I can get if it sounds all right on stream, I'll run it usually. But yeah, because I think it's 16 you can get in a PlayStation party, so it's not you can fit 11 people in, which is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you usually play? What's your position in pro clubs?
I think my when I started off, I think I did. My guy's like a cam, so he's a center attacker mid.
Uh-huh.
And then I've built like a right back build, like
Uh-huh.
so basically because I play right back in real life, so I play football in real life. So that's the
Oh,
reason I've got
nice.
went for right back there. And also I wanted to pick a defensive position just because, as I said earlier, like no one wants to be defensive in a pro clubs team, so you're just sitting there like, right, I'll take one for the team. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
so that's why I'm sitting there. But yeah, but mainly cam. But if I'll let what I kind of do is I'll let viewers pick their position, and then I'll kind of go whatever's free,
Mm-hmm.
apart from
Okay.
goalkeeper.
Okay. Gotcha. So you even play football as well, like
Yeah,
actual football.
yeah,
And you play right back?
yeah. Well, I can play anywhere down the right hand side, so I've played like right back, right wing back, or on the wing as well.
Okay.
So I've played there. Yeah, played football since I was 8. So yeah, going well with it.
Nice. Do you play in any like clubs right now or recreationally or do you just play for fun?
No, I've played for clubs in the past because I played right up to last basically up to lockdown. So basically
Okay.
up to last March, and then obviously our season got called off because of the COVID.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I played right up to then, just for local clubs. So I got basically played since I was 8. Played for about 6 7 years with my local club, and then joined. There's a basically in my area. There's like 4 or 5 different clubs that you like local
Uh-huh.
within like 5 10 minutes. So I played for like 2 or 3 of those. And then obviously the pandemic hit last March, so I haven't been playing any since. Because
Yeah.
obviously there's been nothing. But I'm gonna obviously whenever we're good to get back into it again, we'll have probably pre-season stuff and then back into games again.
Okay. Have you been playing recently?
Football.
Yeah.
Haven't been playing. I mean, thing is with the pandemic, it's hard. You can't really. Obviously, I haven't been playing with a team, so there's nothing we can do. You can't. I mean, the pandemic hit last March, and then we just kind of the season ended, and then I think it was July or August when it kind of calmed down here. But in the UK, it kind of went low, when like the cases went down a bit, and kind of it was lower restrictions. So we kind of had like smaller amounts of training. So we had
Mm.
like maybe 6 7 8 people training
Mm.
in groups of 8. So we did that for a while. This is within obviously the football team, and then we stopped again whenever like the cases went up again. That's what it's been like in the UK. It's just been like up and down, and
Mm.
then obviously around since September, then it's really but there's been no football. So usually September will be like the start of the season. So
Mm.
obviously the games would start and would have matches and all that. Obviously not, we didn't have that this year because of COVID. And then over Christmas, like the cases went up again. So really, since last September, I haven't played, but I've played casually. So I haven't played within my football team, but I've played like I've went out with a few mates just obviously social distanced and stuff, and just we can just kind of use a big pitch and just have a bit of a kick about that way. But other than that, nothing much.
Mm. Where are you based in UK?
Northern Ireland.
Northern
So
Ireland. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So Northern Ireland. That's where I am.
Are you a
Yeah.
big George Best fan?
Well, yeah. I'm a United fan, so I would have to say I would be, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, obviously I haven't seen him. Haven't seen him play much because obviously, well, I haven't seen him play at all because obviously I'm 19 now. I was only born in 2002, so obviously I wouldn't have seen him play much. But yeah, going back through clips, like what a player. And
Is he
obviously he's
the best Northern Irish player?
has to be, doesn't he? Has to be, has to be. But yeah, I
Um,
mean, he's
mm,
obviously from Belfast and stuff, so yeah, he's not far from where I am. But usually he's about 40 minutes from where I am.
gotcha.
So yeah,
Um, in terms of like COVID, how's everything there where you're at?
it's not too bad at the minute. I think like within the UK and all at the minute, it's just like as I say, after Christmas, it kind of hit like the cases went up a lot, and then since I think really in the last couple of weeks, the cases have kind of dropped a wee bit, and everyone's kind of well, not we can't really calm down because we're in the middle of a pandemic, but it's kind of you're kind of hoping that we're coming out the other end of it now, and it's kind of hopefully going to ease. I think there's is it the 21st of July or 21st of June? I think it might be. That apparently everything's going to open back up again in the UK, like like all social stuff, like so like gyms and bars and stuff like that there, and obviously all the shops. The minute it's only the essential ones, whereas back when we hit June, it'll probably be more like every shop will be open and hairdressers and all open again, which will be good.
So right now, like a lot of things are still closed where you guys
Yeah,
are at. Oh, okay.
yeah. There's so much places like it's only all that's open is like your like essential stuff. So like whether it's just your general shop, so like your all of it like your Tesco and big stores, like they just get your essential like supplies like food and stuff. But everything else, like all sort of like as I say, gyms, hairdressers, like bars and stuff, you're not going to be in there because
Mm.
it's all closed. But as I say, 21st of June, hopefully all that'll open up again.
Do you know like the number of cases there are in your city or maybe like in your area?
I think I've no idea on how many cases. Wouldn't I mean? I suppose it's like the UK. I mean, as I say, the there's cases are lower in the UK like quite recently. So hopefully there is we're gonna come out of it, but I've no idea on the number. No
Mm.
idea.
Mm. I know in California here, it's everything's starting to open up again. They're loosening up with the
Yeah,
restrictions, and the cases are actually lowering. It's pretty low right now, so
yeah,
um, everything here seems pretty good for the most part. And
yeah,
then everybody's able to get the vaccine here. I don't know about you
yeah,
guys. Have you got
yeah.
the
I think
vaccine?
there's some people that got the vaccine, so I haven't got it. I
Okay.
think the way in the UK, I think they're doing it is it's to down with like so obviously with COVID the most vulnerable people are like elderly people. So I think nearly all, I mean, like my granny and granda have got the vaccine, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they're nearly getting because basically what they've got is they've got like their one like get a first vaccine and then like maybe a month after you're going to get another one.
All right.
That's what they're. I think they're getting their second ones next week, but that's basically the plan. What the UK have been doing, they've been basically giving it to the oldest people first, so like
Right.
the more vulnerable. And then I think there's now been a rule that over 50s are going to get it.
Yeah.
So that's the next stage. So like
Right.
if you're over 50, you're going to get it, and then I would imagine then it'll just keep lower and lower until obviously we all have it.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's the plan.
Yeah. Usually for the second shot, I don't know if you know this, but like you need a full day to recover after you
Yeah,
take the shot because it takes you out
yeah,
for a day.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, my parents got the second shot too, and then like they were out for a day, and so was everybody else that I know that's taken this
yeah.
vaccine.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Um. So what else? What else can viewers know about Footy King? What is there to know? Like maybe in your personal life, like what's going on with you right now?
Well, I think we've covered quite a lot there. I suppose one other thing I think I mentioned it in my Q&A, not far away. I think I did basically from a Q&A, I did a 1,000 subscriber special. So I think this was asked in there. But I think one thing I'm doing away from obviously YouTube and football and FIFA and all that thing, I've got like I'm in a college doing a sports course. So
Okay.
I'm doing like a sports science course. So that's basically the
Mm.
route I want to go down for like a career in the future.
Mm.
So obviously, whilst YouTube's been like it's been like amazing so far, and obviously the plan, like if I could do this part time in the future, I'd definitely consider it like part time. I wouldn't. It's at the minute it's just a hobby, obviously, and whilst I'm very close to monetization, it's just I would definitely do it as a hobby or as a part time thing in the future. But as for the job in the future and what I'm kind of planning towards now, I'm studying that sports science course, and it leads basically into it's obviously loads of jobs in sport. So things like whether it's like physio or like sports coaching, even teaching. I've kind of thought about going down the teaching route before. So like
Okay.
being like a lecturer in like a college.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that links into like some stuff like that. Um, so yeah, that's basically the plan what I'm at the minute. I'm in terms of studying. Obviously, everything at the minute is obviously online, so I'm just doing online
Uh-huh.
classes and colleges and stuff. But yeah, the plan is that obviously I've got this year and then another year of that. At my like it's like a local campus I'm at the minute, like a local
Mm-hmm.
college, and then I'll go to from a third year, which will be not this year, not the year after, but basically in 3 years' time. I'll go to like this big campus in Belfast, and it's kind of just to finish the degree off. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a sports degree I'm kind of going for here. So
Gotcha.
that's the plan. Yeah.
Like in within sports science, what specifically are you most interested in?
It's I suppose it's like at the minute we're doing this thing. It's like we're doing sports analysis,
Okay.
which is a really. I mean, to me it's interesting. I mean, it's quite a popular thing, but I suppose it wouldn't interest everyone. But it's quite. I don't know whether you've heard of the brands, but Stat Sports, have you?
Stat
It's like
sports.
a
It sounds familiar.
yeah. It's like all those like GPS vests and everyone uses for like tracking like stats, so whether it be like distance run and
Right.
like
Uh-huh.
yeah, all the yeah
Don't they like
using
wear
it used
something
in
like a
load. Yeah,
device
yeah, yeah.
to
They
help
wear the
like
device on.
yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be used in like loads of sports. Loads of sports, like at the professional level and even below that as well. But yeah, that sports analysis is a really good course, I suppose I could say at the minute that I'm doing. So yeah, it's like you're basically doing like you're analyzing like say it's like a football match, or
Uh-huh.
it could be any sporting match, and then you're just taking you're obviously analyzing them like obviously in terms of numbers, so like their shots per game, passes per game, whatever else that might be, and then you're analyzing like their movements as well and
Uh-huh.
how they move to get like an advantage. So do you ever
Mm.
think of like like way Cristiano Ronaldo moves, the way his arms and he's just a like he's like massive in terms of like the way he runs and his particular
Yeah.
running style and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that obviously gets him an advantage, even when he like leaps for headers and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
gets that extra height, that type
Yeah.
of thing. So, and obviously all the GPS stuff tracks all that. So
Mm.
that's something interesting that I've been doing. So that if I wasn't doing the I think I said earlier about the lecture in the college, that might be like my first place to go. But if that didn't work out, the sports analysis would definitely be something I would consider as like a backup
Mm.
for go into working for one of those like companies like Stat Sports or something.
Mm. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. It's interesting how like the science within sports have like really evolved to the point where
Yeah,
you could track how exactly the
yeah,
movements of
it's crazy.
players or how fast they're running or their
Yeah,
even like their heart rate or
yeah,
like you even know how their body is like working in
yeah,
terms of
yeah.
like blood level and all
It's
that. It's crazy. It's just
it is
like how
crazy.
much
Yeah,
water you lose,
yeah,
like stuff like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's mad. Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is. And that's
And
what I'm
then
saying. Like to some people, it would just be like a complete load of like, where do I start? Like you wouldn't know where to start with it. Where do you like? What's this do? What's that do? But for me, I find it interesting. I know it is quite a popular thing for a lot of people to do, especially as you say, like sports is coming like leaps and bounds. It's like it's coming like it's a I suppose you could say like the industry's growing kind of thing.
yeah.
So like a lot of people are wanting degrees in sport and stuff. So that's definitely something I find interesting anyway.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's so much out there, like how you could put the science into the sport. I mean, there's like
Yeah,
the nutrition aspect, what you put in your body, and
yeah,
like how much like fuel, like what it does to your body, and
yeah,
how much like how much output you could put out depending on what you intake. and then
Yeah,
there's also like measuring your body weight, like the
yeah.
mass of the bones and the
There's so
muscle, and
much.
then which side has more muscle and how much water
Yeah,
weight you have. It's like stuff like that. It's
it,
just it's
it's
crazy.
crazy. It really
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. And then like knowing how to work out properly to
yeah,
work out the right muscles and then to like make sure you don't get injured, like stuff like that. It's
yeah. No,
just
it's
like
just mad. The details just amazing. Like it
it
really is.
is. It is. And
Yeah,
then you just wonder what athletes will be like 10, 20 years
yeah,
from now. It's
yeah.
just like
Like robots probably. They'll just
yeah,
be like designed just to go and do something. Like just they'll just be a job. They'll
right,
just be
right.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Um but yeah, anything else you want to share with
I
us?
think that's nearly everything covered, mate. Everything that's going on with me at the minute.
Anything you want to ask me?
Just suppose just keep up the great work on your streams, mate. Always tuning in. So I am.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah, yeah, you too, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate you coming through. So
no
we're
worries.
gonna end it here. But before we end, please put in your plug. Like, where can people watch you on YouTube or social
Yeah.
media?
So YouTube is obviously so it's Footy King. So yeah, so Footy King. I think it's got 1.25 or something. Basically, if you type Footy King in, it'll be the first one that pops up. On Twitter, then it's Jack Mac underscore 1473. So it's and Max MAC. So that's how it's spelled. So that's me.
Gotcha. And I'll make sure I'll put the links in the description below after this. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. yeah. But yeah, thank you, Footy, for coming
No
through.
problem.
Yeah,
No
really
problem. Thanks very
appreciate you,
much.
man. Yeah. So that'll be the end of that. So we'll close it here. Thank you guys